Oh. Oop. Again, no makeup on right now. Oh. Found what? Word? No. I was messing with your camera. Oh, yeah. I found your word. I didn't even notice. Clean your room? Okay. Oh, well, yeah, I'm going to clean
I want
my
to
room
eat.
too.
I should make you eat. Oh, you already just ate. I should say I should make you cook something.
Oh, yeah. You're always making me cook. So that means you like my cooking, Mom. You like my cooking, Mom?
Yeah, it's all right.
All right.
Yeah, it's all right.
Thanks a lot. Now people think I can't cook.
Oh, you
I can
recording?
cook.
Why you don't ask those kind of questions on camera anyway?
Wait, other way now. This way now. Wait. Okay, anyway. What? This is my.
Yeah, I thought you were
This
doing
is my
exciting.
YouTube. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, it's cooking.
Oh, that's my mommy. She's muy bonita. Well, anyway, I'm telling you about my experience. Well, I cut myself on my foot. A really deep cut, too. And then I went to, okay, let me tell you how it happened. It's like so, what you call it, premonition, final destination type of thing. I say final destination. Because then, after that situation, I was on another horrible situation. Right after that. I could have died. I was on the bus while there was a tornado.
Oh, yeah.
Warning, tornado warning. But anyway, I was dancing at a club. And then, then we stopped dancing, actually, Mom. We stopped dancing. And then the song Stupid Ho came on. And my friend Manuel was like, oh my gosh, we gotta go dance to this song. And I'm like, no. And then he's like, come on, come on. And I was like, what song is it? And then I was hearing, you stupid hoe, stupid, stupid, stupid hoe. You a stupid hoe, stupid, stupid, stupid hoe. That's a stupid song. Sorry for you people who like that song. But anyway. Sorry, Manuel. I know you like that song, but I don't. But anyway, we were dancing to that song. I was like, oh gosh. You're a stupid hoe, stupid, stupid. Then they started, at first they were playing, rap music, hardcore rap music, and I was like, gosh, I can't dance to this. Sadly, I can't dance to hardcore rap music. Um, mm. Anyway, so I was just, dancing, and then they started to play techno music, which is my type of music. And I was like, yeah, they're playing my song.
Why are you wearing your sister's shirt?
Ma, why you always gotta... I'm wearing my sister's shirt. Ma, it's
her cheerleader shirt. You're not
cheer. It's not even her cheerleader shirt. She's not even cheerleading anymore.
I know, but don't even scratch
This is
me.
not her cheerleading
No, it's
shirt.
paid for stuff.
This is not her cheerleading shirt. This is not.
Actic. Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Mother. She always interrupting my story.
Anyway, you were dancing.
I was dancing to my favorite song. And then all of a sudden, I felt like a little speck hit my foot. I was like, oh no, dust. And I dusted, I don't know why. I was thinking it was like a rock. I didn't even look. And I was like, oh, rock. And I dusted off. Then all of a sudden, I was still dancing. Because I felt like a little prick. And I was like, it's a prick. And I was dancing. And then I felt like warm liquid coming down my foot, and I looked down, and I was bleeding a lot, and I was like, oh gosh. Emmanuel was like, hey, it's time for us to go. So we started to leave, and then I was like, guys, I'm bleeding. And they're like, oh no, you're bleeding, let's just sit down and put a band-aid on it. So we were walking, and then there was puddles and puddles of blood, well, the puddles of blood, it was this big, this big. I know that's not puddles, but big, huge drops of blood, this big. And I was like, hey, don't you act up on me. But anyway, I sat on the chair and then I was just like looking at my puddles of blood. I was like, oh my gosh, did I really just do that? So he took a napkin and we were like, you know, blotching it or trying to wipe it down. And then after that I got, he's like, oh gosh, you're bleeding too much. Let's go out there. And then we went to the front and they had a first aid kit. And then they were like, oh, gross. I would be so creeped out seeing blood. Anyway, but I was just looking at it like, awesome. I know, weird, but I was like, awesome. Look at that. I'm bleeding. I get special treatment. But everybody's like, oh, she's bleeding. Oh, no. And I didn't know how bad it was at first. I was just like, oh, I'm just bleeding a lot. Then my friend Manuel gave me a piggyback ride to his car. Oh, no, actually, we sat. First, he gave me a piggyback ride, and then we were trying to go to his car. But they were like, oh, she's bleeding too much. She should just sit down. So I just sat down on the floor outside, and people were passing by, and they're like, oh no, what happened to you? Because at the bottom of my foot was like super bloody. So they were seeing the bottom of my foot and they're like, oh no, you cut the bottom of your foot? What makes it worse? I cut the top of my foot. How in the world do you do that? Seriously. But they're
It
like,
must have failed. Somebody broke it and it fell.
or somebody kicked it and it kind of somehow flew in the air. Because I didn't hear no, but then again, the music was really loud. And I didn't see any broken glass anywhere. But anyway, then my friend, brought they brought the car and I sat down in the car and then they're like, oh, we're gonna buy Neosporin and all this. We're gonna pour water to see how deep the cut was. So they poured water on it and the cut was like deep and I was like, ew, gross. And I was like, they were like, we're going to take you to the hospital. I was like, no, guys, I'm cool. I don't need to go to the hospital. It's cool. I'll just have a scar on my foot. Because I knew the price that they were going to do. I knew it was going to be a lot of money. I was like, this is just for little stitches. I'm cool. I'm cool. They're like, no, you're going to the hospital. And I didn't. And I also didn't want to go to the hospital because I knew I was going to be waiting there for the longest. And I was waiting there for the longest. I was like, oh. We waited there for 7 hours, from 2 to 10.
What else did it waited on?
Well, in between, Mom, like, first they were like, hi, are you sure? Let me see your cut. And I was like, do I need to get stitches? They're like, ew, gross, yeah, you need to get stitches. But they didn't say ew, gross, because they see worse. But she's like, ew, gross, yeah, you need to get stitches. And so I was like, darn it. And they're like, hey, so what's up? And I'm like, I need to get stitches. And what's so sweet, like, they stayed there for hours, even though they were sleepy, and then they had work the next day. I was like, guys, you can go. It's okay. You know, you guys can
What are you doing
go.
going to the club when you gotta go to work?
Well, that's them. But I was like, it's okay. You guys can leave me. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm a grown person. I'm 21, so come on. But yeah, they stayed there the whole 7 hours. Well, everybody else actually went to sleep in the car, but Manuel stayed for the whole 7 hours. And I finally got sold up. I was like, I'm done. And they were like, yes. And then she's like, okay, your bill will be $400. Can you pay us now? I'm like, no, I have no money. And then she's like, oh, you can give us $5. And I'm like, oh, okay, $5. Here you go. And but yeah. So that was it. That was my.
Did it show your scar after all that?
My scar.
Or stitches?
My
That
stitches.
cost $400.
That cost $400. Yeah, right. Sorry, right now it has Neosporin on it, so it looks extra gross. Sorry about that. But there's my scar. Oh, I can't believe I showed it. Oh, that's nasty. That's nasty.
Real.
Oh, then after that, I was on the bus. I went on the bus because I had to. I had this appointment with TWU. My like, I've been trying to do that for the longest. And then there was a tornado warning, and I was stuck on the bus. But yeah, and I was like, guys, I'm the first one to die. Final destination, guys. Final destination. And they're like, no, you're not gonna die because you got saved. You know, we were just like being silly because we saw Final Destination 5. Yeah, but anyway, that's the end of my story. And this is the longest video. Well, no, it's not the longest. Probably a long video of me talking. Okay, bye. 사랑해요. 안녕하세요.